Welcome families and students to Isabelle Jackson's first virtual back to school night. Things are quite different this year, and this is one of the changes that we've had to make to accommodate everybody's needs and make sure everybody stays safe. We want to first start by looking at our E4, the things that we really focus on every day at our school, making sure that every student in every class and every lesson is learning. We also want to look at equity, which is a huge focus here at Isabelle Jackson and throughout the district, that everybody is being provided and the same amount and level of education at every school, also by every teacher in every classroom. And also another thing that we focus on here is one of our initiatives is the graduate profile. We're preparing our students for college and career from TK all the way through 6th grade here at Isabelle Jackson. We're teaching them those thinking skills. Those skills are going to provide them the ability to function in whichever direction they take, whether it's college or a career path. We want to make sure they're ready there to interact and have those thinking skills that are required in all fields. I want to introduce myself, saying I'm glad to be back for another year at Isabelle Jackson as the principal. I've enjoyed my first year. Has been amazing with all the changes and unexpected events that have occurred that have led us to where we are today. But I'm here for every single student and every single family out there, so don't hesitate to reach out with any concerns or questions. Our communication has got to be open, especially during this time where we can help support each other and really make this year the best we can. And the only way we're going to do that is if we work together. So I want to cover a few things. We'll go over the agenda tonight. We're going to make introductions about new teachers and teachers who have changed positions. Also, we want to talk about distance learning and the processes and things we can expect during distance learning here. I know you have a lot of questions about that. We're also going to talk about our Title I program and how that impacts the students and families and learning here at Isabelle Jackson. We're going to talk about our Parent Challenge and the support we need from you regarding several programs that will be coming up a little bit later. Also, we'll talk about our behavior expectations and some character education and ways we're going to be celebrating under distance learning. And finally, we're going to talk about JAG Institute, and you'll be learning more about that as the presentation goes on. I am very excited to introduce some new additions to the Jaguar family. We have in 1st grade C track, Miss Kelsey Jansen. Also in 5th grade B track, we have Miss Patty Yepes. In 6th grade B track, we have Miranda Herrera. Our instructional coach will be Marsal Turpin. We have another instructional coach, Kathy Blackburn, for our EL coach. Miss Hartzell will be joining us in our Powell's preschool class, and Mr. James McGill will be our Learning Center teacher for this year. We've also had some teachers who've changed positions. Miss Sandy Warrington has moved from 1st grade to 1st grade A track. Miss Nancy Ledoux has moved up to 3rd grade D track. Jacelyn Anderson has moved from 6th grade to 5th grade C track. Miss Hunter has moved from B to A track in 6th grade. And Miss Brittany Martin is returning to us, and she will be in 6th grade D track. We're all very excited to have these Jaguars back here at Isabelle Jackson to share another year with us. So when you see them, give them a big welcome. And now a little bit about distance learning. School is different. Distance learning is not what we all signed up for. I know it's not what you parents signed up for. This is going to be difficult, and just know that we are all in this together and we are all learning as we go through this. Things will be changing as we get more comfortable and become more familiar and learn about the things that are easier and things that don't work as far as distance learning in virtual classrooms. But know that our expectations are the same, whether you're here on campus or virtually. Student behaviors, student learning, those expectations are going to be the same. It is going to look different, most definitely, but our goal is to teach every student and have them ready for the next grade. So that is our focus during this distance learning time. We are all learning together. We want this to be as successful for every single student and family out there. Parents have the hardest job there is. They've got to do everything a parent has to do, help support their child during this distance learning. We know that's difficult. We understand. We're here for you. Please reach out. Communication is the only way we're going to be able to make this work together. Everything has been planned and scheduled very meticulously to maximize this whole process. Hours are a little bit different, shorter, smaller group times, asynchronous, synchronous. You're going to hear those words a lot. Asynchronous is when students are working independently and learning independently of the teacher, so it's when they're not in the classroom. Synchronous is when the teacher and the students are together in the live Zoom or Google Meet app, where they're interacting with each other and students. So that's the difference between asynchronous when they're not together and synchronous when everybody is together. Our goal is safety and instruction. We want everybody to be safe, and right now we're following the processes set aside by the county and the district to keep everybody safe, but instruction is our goal. And one thing we want to consider during these Zoom meetings and distance learning is that no one is recording these from home. So students are not to record the Zoom meetings and share them on any other media, because that is a violation of district policy and state law, and parents as well. We want to build the trust between the students and the teachers, and we want to keep that collaboration and relationship open. So be sure that no one is photographing or posting any Zoom classroom meetings of any other students or any other teachers anywhere at any time. So we appreciate that consideration. We're here for you. We want this to be as successful as we can. Please keep that communication open between the teachers, between the office. If ever you have any questions or concerns about anything, do not hesitate. Email, call. We're here. The office is open from 7:30 to 3 every day. You can go to the window. We prefer you to call. And if you need anything, please don't hesitate to call us. We want to make sure everybody is successful in this process of distance learning. Now I have Ms. Hamlin, who's going to talk a little bit about PBIS and our behavior expectations. Ms. Hamlin?
Hello families, thanks for taking the time to come to our back to school night this year. I want to talk a little bit about our behavior expectations at school, and we have 3 important rules: to be respectful, responsible, and safe. Your students are spending some time with their teachers discussing how they are being responsible, respectful, and safe in their classrooms. Those expectations are the same whether we are here on campus or in their distance learning environments. We also will recognize a lot of this positive behavior in different ways. We're going to continue our Caught You Being Good tickets. We'll have some awards ceremonies. Also, we want to recognize attendance and the efforts that you families are putting forth into having students attend school each day. And also, for a little bit of fun, we want to have some spirit days as well. Another thing that we will do for our PBIS program is to take a look at some positive character traits throughout each month. For example, looking at how students are being trustworthy. Another thing that we want to discuss is we have a program that's put out by the district. It's some curriculum on preventing bullying, and we have forms in, hopefully you won't need these, but we do have forms in the office if you need to report any bullying. So once again, we're being responsible, respectful, and safe. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Hamlin. Now for a little bit of the Title I business that we have to cover here. What is Title I? Title I is the largest federal assistance program of our nation's schools, and the goal is to ensure that all children have a fair, equal, and significant opportunity to maintain a high-quality education and reach, at a minimum, proficiency on all state academic standards and assessments. That is our Title I goal. How we implement that and make sure that happens, there are 3 basic components. The first one is we have to conduct a comprehensive needs assessment of the entire school. So to do that, we need to create a needs assessment team. So be looking for that information to come out in emails and various other forms, because we're going to be looking for parent volunteers to participate in that team to help create this plan. So we'll be creating a comprehensive school-wide plan. We'll be looking at data and analyzing that to help create a new plan for the upcoming year. So we'll need some participation from parent volunteers for that, as well as other things that we'll be talking about a little later. So keep your eyes open. Please participate. Your feedback is critical. Whether you're on the team or not, we will be looking for input from all parents and families when we do that comprehensive needs analysis, as well as the information tonight. So in the email you received this video, please be sure to give us any comments or questions or concerns that you have on this Google form, so we can get that information, help improve the things we need to make Isabelle Jackson the greatest school in the district. We will also be gathering information on the School Parent Compact. It's an annual project that we do every year for Title I schools. It covers things like the school's responsibility to provide high quality instruction, ways the parents will be responsible for supporting their children, and the importance of ongoing communication. As I mentioned before, that is key to a successful education, open communication between the school and the families. So we'll be revising this compact, gathering more information, and sending it out to every parent in the near future. This will be part of the projects that we do work on the school site council. So keep your eyes open for those. That will be coming to you soon. Other programs that we offer here at Isabelle Jackson that is provided through our Title I program is additional teachers, our academic intervention teachers and assistants, our paraeducators. Also additional training for staff to keep them updated on new educational processes and strategies to help support children in the classrooms. Also extra time for instruction, also supporting small groups and after school programs when we're all here together and can really work on those after school programs. Also it offers opportunity to improve a variety of teaching methods and provide more materials. Also counseling and mentoring is part of the things that are covered by that, and making sure that our students are college and career ready, like we mentioned before. And one of the ways we do that is through AVID, and how we really support our teachers in keeping up to date on all the AVID strategies to ensure that all our students are ready for college. Some of the changes that have occurred since due to our distance learning have been early out Wednesdays are now early out Mondays. You'll notice on the schedule that 1st through 6th grade, their synchronous time ends at 11:05, and TK kindergarten, they go to 11:10 on Mondays. That is a time for teachers to be able to collaborate and plan and prepare instruction for your students. Also, we have breakfast and lunch programs that are still being provided. It's a drive-up breakfast and lunch. We have at 11:15 to 12:45, so that during the lunchtime of your students, you can come do a drive-through, let them know how many lunches you need, and pull on through. So be sure to come and get those lunches. It's Monday through Friday. They give you a lunch for today and a breakfast for tomorrow. So everybody gets what they need for as many students as you have. Also, we have Mr. Alessi here who's going to talk a little bit about the JAG Institute. He'll tell you what that is and what we can expect for this year. Mr. Alessi?
Hi, everybody. This year we've changed the name from SAIL to JAG Institute. It goes along a little better with what is going on here at Isabelle Jackson. If you haven't signed up for JAG Institute, make sure you do so either online or come into the office. We've got some things. We're ready to go for the year as soon as we're all able to come back together. As soon as we find out more information, we will get it to you as soon as possible. In the meantime, stay safe, and we look forward to seeing you.
Thank you, Mr. Alessi. We have just a couple more things before we wrap up tonight's meeting. The next one is the Daily Parent Challenge. And this is to really get support for our school site council and volunteers. So We're going to need some people to be on our school site council, which gives us input and makes decisions on how we drive the school through data and direct the funding to really what's going to benefit all children throughout the school. So your voices are very important to us. So we want to make sure if you know somebody who would be exceptionally do a great job with the school site council, nominate them or nominate yourself. But we need at least 2 people that we need throughout the whole school. But everyone's welcome. Please put those names in, come to those meetings. It's really what kind of drives where we go as Isabelle Jackson and some of the things and programs that we implement. So the parent and community voices are very important for that. Also, we need volunteers for our ELAC representative, which is our English Language Advisory Committee. So all families who have speak a second language, we're looking for participation throughout the school for those meetings that we have here on site, but also represented to represent us at the district meetings and for the district advisory committee. So we're looking for volunteers for that too. That's meetings that are about once a month, and they get information from the district, bring it back to our ELAC meetings and share with our families. We really want to encourage anyone who's interested in that. We really want to encourage anyone who is interested in that to contact myself or Miss Hamlin, who will be running those meetings, and she will make sure that she gets you involved. Also, we're looking for new ways to volunteer during distance learning. We still want to keep that parent-family community connection. If you have any ideas or suggestions, please add them to the comment box in this Google Doc, because we really want that input. Be sure to give us any of the comments or questions or anything that really concerns you about distance learning, about Isabelle Jackson, about where we're going. We want to answer those and make sure that everybody's voice is heard. So please comment in those boxes. Don't hesitate to let us know that you think everything is going great too, because we like to hear that. So please give us your input, because we want to make sure everybody's voice is heard and know that your ideas and thoughts are valued here. Thank you guys very much for coming. We look forward to working with you all during this crazy year. It is definitely going to be exciting. We're all here to do the best we can and know we want to do everything we can to help support your children. Have a great evening. Thank you. Hopefully you made it all the way to the end and nobody just fast forwarded to this part. But if you did, thank you anyway. Have a great evening. And know we are Jackson.